Welcome to part 2 of Knights of the Old Republic. War, titled Onward, Mandalorian Knights. Zayne Carrick and Dallin Morvis have been captured by Jedi Master Dorjander Kace and his Mandalorian Knights. The Mandalorians have given the captives a choice: be enslaved or fight against the Republic. Zayne, still reluctant to use violence, is forced to join the attack on the Republic forces. A Mandalorian soldier, Kace, orders Zayne to shoot at Republic gunners. Refusing to attack, Zayne uses his jetpack to fly up to the cannons and disable the weapons. Though the gunners surrender, the Mandalorians fire upon them anyway. Zayne, determined to save innocent lives on both sides, rescues one of the Republic gunners. One of the Mandalorian fighters picks up the lightsaber that Zayne had dropped and gives it back to him. Zayne recognizes the fighter as the woman he rescued, along with her child, on Essien in the previous issue. We soon learn that Captain Morvis has also been refusing to fire his weapon. Unlike Zayne, however, this is not out of altruism, but because he is still loyal to the Republic. As an argument between Kace and the two prisoners escalates, the woman, named Dorjander, intervenes, saying that Zayne saved her son, and nobody gets to push him around except her. Kace, fed up with the situation, places Zayne and Morvis under Dorjander's supervision. Everyone proceeds to where Dorjander Kace is making a rousing victory speech. The Mandalorians set up camp on the ruins of the Republic base. We learn that the Mandalorians are distrustful of the Jedi and their ability to use the Force. Kace reassures them that the reason he and his knights joined the Mandalorian side was because he believed more in their cause than the Republic's. He says that the Mandalorian Knights fighting for them means that the odds have been evened, because the Mandalorians now have their own Jedi. Morvis, horrified that these Jedi have decided to fight on the Mandalorian side, wants to get to the signal station to warn the Republic about Kace. Zayne pleads with him to not be rash. When Dorjander finds them, she batters Morvis, saying that they had better not mess around, since they are now her responsibility. Dorjander and her son, Vidor, take the prisoners to their newly built house. Over a rather unappealing dinner, Zayne gets to know Dorjander and her family a little better. We learn that they are originally from the planet Deveron, which was conquered by the Mandalorians. The Mandalorian worldview holds that their way of life, nomadic and warrior-like, is superior to others. When they conquer new systems, many conquered peoples discard their own culture for this supposedly primordial culture. This is how Dorjander and her family came to fight for the Mandalorians. Zayne asks why the Mandalorians are so wary of the Jedi. Dorjander mentions an incident on an Outer Rim system, Jebel, where the use of the Force caused some kind of disaster. Zayne then questions why, if they are so afraid of the Jedi, the Mandalorians accepted Kace's help. Dorjander says that she doesn't know, but the leader of the Mandalorians, Mandalore, authorized it, and that's enough for her. Zayne learns that she is a communications specialist and formulates a plan to send a message to his friend. He tells Dorjander that it's a subject both sides would be interested in. Later that night, we see Morvis sneaking around. He pulls a knife on the sleeping Dorjander. Zayne stops him at the last minute. Dorjander wakes up and throws Morvis out of the house. She intends to kill him, but Zayne convinces her that he wouldn't have gone through with the assassination. Dorjander sends Morvis to the slave hut instead. Dorjander Kace appears. He tells Zayne that he knows all about his past, how Zayne was falsely accused of murder, and that ever since then, he has fought for those in trouble. Zayne tells Kace that he never wanted to be in the war. His family had just moved back to their home planet of Fida, and he was getting his life together on Coruscant when he was picked up to fight. Kace reveals that their next target is Fida. Zayne watches in disbelief as a number of dreadnoughts arrive, carrying over 100,000 Mandalorian soldiers, ready to lay waste to Fida. And that's how part 2 of Knights of the Old Republic, War, ends. Join us next time as we follow the unlucky Zayne on his adventure through the Mandalorian Wars.